Grand Rising, beautiful people. Grand Rising, wonderful, blessed afternoon. Well, in the time zone, physical that I'm in. But I hope everyone is having a beautiful, productive, peaceful, spiritual-led, balanced, harmonious, wonderful day, of course. Today we are going to get a little deeper in some messages. I'm going to speak about people need to stop being delusional. Like the spirit family is very adamant on facades that are here, created by bad spirits when it comes to spiritual warfare. Spiritual discernment is very much needed in order to understand what is going on right amongst you. You have to detach from the flesh mindset, and that is a big hindrance, a big curse here. It is not of the Almighty Creator when it comes to this way of life and how things are being done here. It's very evil. But in order to understand, again, the spiritual warfare, you would have to want to detach and truly go within self on a very much deep spiritual journey, awakening, soul search within self of understanding. And we're talking about spiritual understanding, not flesh. So we are going to get physically. Thank you, Holy Creator, for all the beautiful messages. Thank you, Ancestral. Ancestral. Absolutely. Spirit of the tongue. Star elders of righteousness of the purest white light. Enlightenment, clarity, spiritual knowledge, understanding, wisdom. When it comes to truth and clarity, detaching from this way and growing to the spirit. This outdated way of living is a hindrance when it comes to co-creating, when it comes to having a sacred spiritual union, a bond that can't be broken. So we are going to focus on, because we believe and trust and believe when it comes to who we are, being an awakened spirit, what we know, and we know that we're never alone. Beautiful ancestral elders, star elders, wonderful divine protectors, as we stay focused on our soul mission, being utilized as the vessel, staying calm, humbled, receiving all the beautiful downloads and staying focused to doing righteous, patience, discipline, self-elevation, liberation, self-care, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical, whole, pure, one. But we're going to definitely speak about people need to stop being delusional and accept what they cannot change, you can't control. You can ask for understanding and embrace, but you're not in control. When it comes to understanding what's written and ordained for you, this way of life, and being brought out of the horrible curse, so you can stop chasing and lusting and worshiping and idolizing what is not of the Almighty Creator. Judgment is real. Spirits are real. You are spirit first before the flesh. And it's very hard for people to understand that you are born of spirit first, and to understand that you would have to declutter your mental process. Spirit family is saying what's going on here that keep people stuck in facades, unstable mentally. And again, people being delusional state of mindset, which unfortunate causes them to act vengeful, angry, blaming, guilt tripping, all the things again that is not of the Holy Creator. And again, the spirits here, they keep people going down these toxic paths of life, making all the wrong choices. Again, unstable and unfocused mentally. It also causes you a big hindrance when it comes to having a real sacred unity with the spirit family. They say it keeps you separated. There's too many lies being told, and people spreading lies just like they running water. Just like running water. They just constantly lying, creating more illusion on top of illusion on top of illusion when it comes to the spirit world, for them that is, because they create their own illusion with the lies they tell. And the Holy Creator is not forgiven when it comes to judgment. So, again, the path that you keep walking down, being a lost soul, being a people pleaser, comparing, competing, gossiping, spreading lies, rumors, indulging in the spirit family. It's like indulging in BS, indulging in mess, being dramatic. All of those things, spirit family is saying very much is untrue. So someone is a habitual liar, and they don't care that they're a habitual liar. And the spirit family is saying that your ways are not going to be forgiven when it comes to judgment. And when it comes to the lies you tell, again, that's what they mean by when you tell one lie, you got to keep telling a lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie. And the spirit family is saying that your ways are going to be unforgiven. And when it comes to separation, that means you are being controlled by dark spirits when it comes to this spiritual warfare. You can't play both sides. You can't pretend like you're righteous and you do things from a pure heart. Your mind is in the right place when the spirit family is saying, they say you are a bold-faced lie. So this is someone that bluntly do not care about spreading rumors, lying, gossiping on others. And on top of it, it said they add more BS to the mix. And again, when you tell one lie, you got to keep lying. And when it comes to what you don't see, what you're doing to yourself, when it comes to self-sabotage, especially when it comes to having a connection, you don't have a connection with the Holy Spirit doing this. You're being used by dark spirits. And anybody that is like comfortable just lying for no reason, yeah, definitely something is wrong with you, that you want to project your misery onto others. So you need to heal within self. Because someone that constantly tells lies got to keep lying, and then it just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when the lies build up constantly and blow up in your face, then it's like the spirit family says, now you're mad at everybody else for the BS that you created, though. The mess you started. And it's not going to be forgiven when it comes to your judgment by the Almighty Creator. Like the things that y'all think that you're getting away with, you are not. Spirit family says they see y'all and they already know what you're going to do before you do it. So why lie for no reason? And then you already know what you put out when it comes to law of karma. The lies you tell is going to backfire on you. And you're going to go through a tower moment. This is somebody that loves to flirt too. Understand that you got physical eyes, but this is someone that is like a lust. This is some type of lust up in here. We'll have this individual lurking out here, trying to reel in. The spirit family said this spirit that's controlling this individual that is trying to reel other. It's like this person wants others to agree with the BS that they create. They want others to entertain their foolery. And then when it comes to what they be physically doing out here, lurking and lusting after others, the spirit family says they're creating a catastrophe, a disaster. They're going to end up being in spiritual jail. And the spirit family definitely is highly big on what you put out. You will definitely get karma back. It don't mean it's going to come back the way you dish it out. See, you all be trying to think you know the Almighty Creator's moves, and you don't. That's why y'all be taking foolish risk, and it end up backfiring. Like this, whoever this is, that love to, they say not just lie, but they be lying so heavy, this habitual liar, that they be having others believe the lies they tell. And then they end up having a whole little cheerleading squad of folks gossiping based off somebody lying, spreading a lie, and it's continuing to grow because they're gossiping and spreading it to others. And of course, when you get the running your mouth to one, they end up running their mouth to somebody, then they run their mouth to somebody, then here it is, a whole, as they say, group chat, spirit family say full of groupies, being toxic. And you can best believe, law of karma, what you put out will come back. That's the boomerang. Yes, reverse. Boomerang effect is going to come back to you whether you think it won't. Yes, it will. Whether you believe or not, oh, it will. Because the spirit family is already letting you know that you're not a part of them and the things that you're doing. And they're not going to forgive you for your toxic ways, even down to lying. Like the Holy Creator says, like, for real, a sin is a sin. It ain't no, like, y'all try, because of how y'all look at this physical system, way of life, which is so illusional. That's why so many people is mentally unstable, enslaved, trapped mentally, not able to persevere because they're stuck in a spiritual, it's like a spiritual spiral, but you're not spiraling up. You're just going down. And the spirit family is saying the more you continue to be entertaining and enduring in toxicity, you can best believe law of karma is going to be at you. Spirit family is saying it. Again, they're explaining that what you think is being hidden, they see all. They know all. Again, you have ancestral elders that have already, as they say, been there, done that. That's why their advice, their guidance, their teaching, you learning from the righteous spirits is the best way to go. There's no other way. But for this individual that don't think they saw what you did or heard what you said or even heard the thoughts you thought, yeah, especially when it comes to one of theirs. See, they're highly, when you believe, when you truly, and this, and words is an understatement, but when you truly believe in the unseen before they show you, meaning cleansing your chakras for you to be able to see through the third eye, they want you to trust in them and believe in them. It's not just having faith. They truly want you to grow in detaching, cleansing, releasing, letting go, leaving behind this toxic way of outdated. It's like when you go through a spiritual awakening, meaning your spirit in your body, answers its calling, what you was truly created and destined to be and do here. You know your purpose, meaning your soul mission. And you truly believe, trust, and be a doer. As the spirit family protect, guide, nurture you, comfort you, care for you, take care of you, and they know what you need here. They definitely detach you from these greedy, nasty, toxic, energy harvesting vampire demonic spirits that have a lot of people trapped, enslaved, doing their will, which is not of the Holy Creator, the Holy Spirit, the Almighty Father. And when you definitely mess with one of his, oh, this was upside down. Thank you. They said put it back upside down because they're letting you know. And I saw this wrong, and thank y'all, spirit family, for stopping me, correcting me. They're letting you all know that the spirits that are here are not of them. And with them keeping y'all in facades, illusions, keeping y'all in delusional, wrapped up, it's like in they curse, they spell that they keep over you to keep you bound to them. So you truly don't see. They want you to be stuck in their facade. They want you to be unstable, unfocused, unbalanced, drained, racing thoughts, where you're not at peace within self. And they know how to mask themselves. That's why the spirit family says, like, they know how to mask themselves and live in this facade. They know how to shapeshift. They know how to charm. Dark spirits will do whatever they need to. But again, remember, they are not a part. And what they're doing here and how they have so many people idolizing them physically, like in cults and things of that nature. And y'all entertain, but then pretend that you don't. Y'all lie and say you ain't got nothing to do with this, that, and the third, but you be all up in it. You make excuses. Spirit family, again, is letting y'all see that these spirits here are not of them, and what's going on if you entertain and idolize and worship them, they're not being forgiven and you won't either if you keep going down the path of being a people pleaser, chasing the flesh, idolizing, lusting, being greedy, lurking, seducing. That's what these dark spirits do. Trick you, manipulate you, bribe you, have you, as the Holy Spirit say, all up in your head. Spirit family said all of that is not of them. You're being bribed, tricked, trapped, slaved. And those that, again, keep going down and indulging, loving, liking, using themselves and others as weapons, their body as a weapon, seducing. That's that lust entity. None of that is forgiven by the Holy Spirit, but they're also letting you know, for those that choose to want, because like you say, free will, you choose to want to keep being in the dark, allowing them dark spirits to use you in the physical, law of karma won't be good for you. Somebody is in spiritual court. Spirit family is showing, basically, again, as they say, the proof is in the pudding, especially when it comes to spirit family. When you take their advice and don't go against what they show you, people love to want to make excuses on why. Like they say, you went left when you know you should have went right. You know it, but you want to take that unhealthy risk, play Russian roulette, and end up, like they said, in the dead end zone. Spirit family, again, know your ways. They know your thoughts before you think it. They know what you're going to speak before you speak it. They know what you're going to do before you do it. When it comes to spiritual DNA and what's written and ordained, you can best believe the Almighty Creator got His righteous spirits well aware. Come on now. They know the program, they know the plan, but they also know how people are programmed here. Like zombies. Again, dark spirits truly know how to mask to reel y'all in. And the Holy Spirit has only awakened few, because too many people love this way of life. And there's a lot of people that do not, meaning spirits. The spirit knows the way. It ain't the person. It's the spirit in the body. And someone is in spiritual jail, again, going through judgment for your ways. And spirit family, of course, got the proof. They are the proof. That's why it's all about trusting them, because they see what you don't see way before it occurs. That's why they try to pre-warn you in advance. But you intentionally want to overlook and act like, oh, I ain't get it. No, you didn't get it on purpose. You didn't want to. So many people make excuses on changing. And then when you're pushed into change, because it's going to happen regardless, especially when it comes to the Holy Creator and what's written and ordained, either you go at the ebb or flow, or you're going to make it hard on self. And somebody made it hard on themselves. So you can't blame no one You didn't take the lesson. You choose to try to twist, sugarcoat. And the spirit family says, you will take accountability. It's like you have no choice when divine intervention is going on here. That's why we say this spiritual warfare and spirits are under judgment. And it ain't just spirits, it's the spirit that's in your body. So you can't make excuses or try to justify or try to play victim. No, spirit family say, no, you was well aware of what you were doing. You didn't want to stop lying. You wanted to keep, it was like the dark spirit kept having you feed until they lie, sucking you in, reeling you in, and you reeling in others. And now you're going to be held accountable. And someone, of course, because there's a lot of people in physical court, but we're talking about someone is in spiritual jail for what they've done. Spiritual court. Excuse me. Spirit family says somebody trying to plead the fifth, plead their case. But they're not forgiving them because you already knew your intentions. People always be saying one thing and doing another, or thinking one way and acting another. Hypocritical. Ain't adding up. These bad spirits cutting up. Spirit family says they out here like squirming, scrounging, lurking, vulturing, because they can't feed off of the righteous. They can only feed off of people that chase the flesh, that they can keep lying to, deceiving, tricking, keeping that veil, that spiritual veil over them, that fog, cloudiness, that facade they live in. That's what keep a lot of folks mentally unstable, where some do be maniac, delusional. Again, these vulture vampire, evil spirits, is out here acting a fool and they taking anybody with them. That's why the spirit family says either you want to see anew, have a fresh start, clean slate, and leave behind this toxic way of living that is being ran by dark spirits, where really their time is up. It's like permission is over with. That's why a lot of spirits are under judgment. That's why so much in the physical is going on. That's why a lot is being exposed when it comes to people, places, things, circumstances, situations. Yeah. And again, there's no connection. These two are upside down. There's no love here. That's a facade. Because soon as y'all claim you love someone, it's like they say, y'all put on this facade for the public, but behind closed doors, ain't no love. Ain't no love. And if you ain't got no spiritual connection first, spiritual bond that can't be broken, you can best believe it ain't going to be no physical stability. Because the Holy Creator says enough is enough with putting the flesh over him. That's been the curse for too long. Too many people talking about they praising and glorifying who? These dark spirits? They got y'all hindered, wrapped up, caught up in they web. Yeah. And then when I think about red, they say the root chakra. Foundation is not stable, not grounded, not here. That's why don't nothing last. It ain't gonna last, especially when it's being, again, ran by dark spirits that, again, are under judgment. And through law of free will, whoever going with them, you can best believe, like the spirit family says, your judgment is at hand. And you can keep thinking that this way of living is right and not seek some deep, ancient knowledge out. Like, the more y'all keep focused on the outer, the more the spirit family say delusional you're growing deep. Deeper in delusion. When you constantly seek and codepend on the physical, the flesh, and what it offers when it comes to these demonic contracts that souls get themselves wrapped up in. And then again, you get put right on in spiritual jail with the rest of them. As you wait, as the Holy Creator say, you wait your turn to go through your spiritual court, your spiritual judgment. You won't persevere, you won't elevate. Being a people pleaser, codependent, thinking you gotta be with somebody. That means you don't fully love yourself. And a lot of people don't like to admit it. They don't like to admit that somewhere within them they're unhealed. They don't want to face their weird, they say they're weird. Their real reality. They want to stay caught up in the illusion. They want to stay wrapped up in, some people really do like to keep living in this facade that they create until it's time to come on up out of it. And then they don't like what they really see because the spirit family is showing them the truth. When somebody's stalking, lurking, watching, that be them monitoring spirits, as they call them. And they do, they always lurking. Because they be trying to look for their next spirit that they can snatch up. You said boomerang effect. I already said that. Roadblocks. That's a lot. So we already confirmed that, again, the more you focus on this way of life, the more you chase, the more you lust, compare and compete, be envious, the more you stay in this, going in this, they say the more you keep going left, being a lefty, the more you're going to be left behind. The more you're going to be stuck. The more you're causing sabotage to self. So don't play victim. Karma. Spirit families bringing endings for those that keep, like, it's a lot of spirits from past life that's here, again, because they are stuck. They can't elevate. They can't go nowhere. They got cast out of heaven and got put in this black hole that this place really is. But see, those that keep chasing the flesh will never understand the spiritual way of teaching and guidance. And see, demonic spirits love that they can keep you hindered. That they can keep using you till you can't be used no more. Then they spew you out and leave you right where you're going to be. See, when it comes to this way of life, that's why they believe in death. But see, when you understand the spirit, this don't exist. That's an illusion. And that's another thing that these demonic spirits, they have you all stuck in the past. That's why people, it's like, that's why folks, it'd be hard for people to forgive. Because for one, they can't forgive themselves. They be so busy allowing these dark spirits to eat them up inside with guilt and pain and blame and anger that it'd be hard for them to forgive because they're hurting with forgiving themselves for what they've done. And they keep you stuck in the past, keep reminiscing. Ooh, reminiscing. Yep. Backtracking, they said. Focused on what's not important because that's their whole agenda. That's how they're able to drain you and steal your energy, attack you. You're not able to create. So when it comes to someone trying to reconcile a situation with someone that's spiritually gifted, that is an angel in disguise, that has a healing gift, that's an old soul, that already is an awakened spirit that is not in the past, but this person been trying to keep someone stuck. The spirit family is not forgiving you for your ways. See, this spiritual warfare, somebody deliberately was with ill will intentions, was trying to keep a divine being stuck on them because they chose to mess up a connection. And they're in regret, but they're not admitting it. And instead of them taking accountability, they was telepathically trying to attack this gifted individual that belonged to the spirit family, that speak in tongues, that clearly see, that's clairvoyant, claircognizant. This individual has some very strong gifts that the Almighty Creator has bestowed and gifted and opened and awakened this person to see and understand. And they're embracing their calling. And for this spiritual hater that was calling themselves, trying to keep this person stuck on them where they wouldn't be moving forward, this individual is someone that's very insecure as well. But all of this they was trying to project onto this gifted individual. They didn't want this person to know their true worth. They was trying to hide by lying, by doing whatever they could. It wasn't just lying. To truly think that the divine was going to have this person be held back because somebody messed up and can't face the fact that it's over, and you're going to reap karma. And then trying to telepathically, they said, communicate to keep this person stuck because you messed up. And now you sitting behind the scenes watching. But in the same aspect was trying to do spell work to hinder this individual to cause endings in their life because you messed up and you're going through spiritual judgment. And that means physically you're also going through, they said, some litigation. You're also going through some physical because of what you've done spiritually. And it starts in the spirit first. And if this person wouldn't have too busy been lusting, see, that's how come these demonic spirits was able to get this person, because they were so focused on the flesh. Flirting, seducing. And that's exactly how that succubus entity was able to reel them in. And now they on the whole, the spirit family said they finna have hardship. Their journey is not finna be like It's finna be challenging, they said. Very challenging. Somebody got wore out. What they was trying to do, someone literally got depleted. That mean somebody's spirit, because their energy is gone. Their spirit is being depleted. And that's how come physical, they feel like every time they think they get in ahead, they're not. They're not. That's because it's a lot of demonic blockages that you caused on yourself, and you can't blame nobody. Nothing against y'all for people keep trying to make excuses on why they're not trying to understand spirituality or the Holy Spirit or the Spirit, meaning the righteous spirit, not any spirit. You can't make excuses on why you keep living in vanity. Like we said, somebody watching from behind. But this individual, as they say, want to be an internet, talk tough behind the internet. You're being exploited. You're being revealed, exposed. And again, what you thought you got away with, the spirit family says, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not at all. And for this individual, and we're going to end it there, for this individual that love to construct, strategize, plot and plan, be negative, be evil, have ill intentions, operate they are so unstable, like words is an understatement. And it's something like the spirit family says, when this person had every opportunity to stop doing what they were doing, they chose not to. They chose not to. So again, when it comes to your life and what you've created and done, you can't blame no one when the spirit family, let's just say, when your life start going through these abrupt changes, upheavals that are not going to be peaceful to you, don't blame nobody. That's it for that. Now for the lovely, absolutely. Thank you, Almighty Creator. Thank you, Divine Spirit Family. This spiritual warfare is nothing to play with. People playing Russian roulette with their life. They signing all these demonic deals. And then in the physical, they think that they're going to elevate. They think that they're doing better. They think that they're better than others when they're chasing and lusting after these demonic illusions. Lusting after money. Lusting sexually. STDs all over the place, spiritually transmitted diseases, infected spirits. You're allowing these toxic, nasty, trashy spirits and they rat energy to attach to you, and now someone then got reeled in and is causing hardship. Spirit family says you're going to go through hardship. And yes, unfortunate, it's not going to be for your betterment. It's something you've done. Don't get me wrong. It's a lesson learned that you should have learned. But because you chose to intentionally ignore your intuition, intentionally ignore the signs, the warning signs, the spirit family, well in advance, pre-warning you of what you need to stop doing, but you chose to say, I'm going to keep doing it anyway. Okay, that's why they said unforgiven. When it comes to your karma, take it. You dished it out, so take it. Wonderful Almighty Creator, because we definitely believe, we receive, we embrace your pure love, protection, guidance, A beautiful divine message, Star Elders. And we're going to close out this wonderful video with the spiritual messages. We love it, we love it, we love it. Of being in our higher purpose. I am empowered, absolutely. Being in our purpose. Spiritual sacred unity. Very grateful that we've been chosen. Again, y'all, stay alert, stay aware. Don't entertain these spirits. Ask for spiritual discernment. You really need clarity. You really need the spiritual help of the righteous ones. Change is now. Spirits under judgment. Don't get cast out. Don't fall astray. But most importantly, peace, love, and enlightenment. Take care, beautiful people.